The Tao of Self-Confidence, Episode 67. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women finding their inner journey to self-confidence 5 days a week. Visit our blog at thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Well, hello friend. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. I'm your host today, Sheena Yap-Chan, and today I have a special lady on all the way from the Windy City. Well, actually, the Windy City is not that far from Toronto, but, she is a phenomenal woman. She has an amazing story that she will share with you, and she is a financial coach, so she coaches people on, how to invest in their money. And without further ado, I'm just going to introduce you to Anna Rivera. So Anna, how are you today? Maybe you can fill in a little bit more about yourself with the listeners.
Yes, thank you, Sheena. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you for, giving me the privilege to be on this call and actually interviewing me. It means a lot. And it's great to see you, actually going out there and empowering women and really showcasing what they're doing. So I really do admire you for that. But yes, my name is Anna Maria Rivera. I'm 23 years old and I'm actually a financial coach. So what I do is my role is to bring Wall Street to middle America with an education approach. And I take the money strategies that are typically reserved for the wealthy and filter those same strategies down to the middle class. So I help bridge the gap.
That's awesome, and I like what you're doing. Bringing Wall Street and middle America together, because especially with what's going on in this world today, so many people are taught to live on credit and live on debt. It's it's great that you're doing something different and something that's the total opposite. So thanks for doing that. And what's your cultural background?
Well, my cultural background, I come from a very strong, very strict Mexican middle-class household. We were always taught that hard work and education would take you anywhere in life. And so growing up, I always had that mentality as, I have to go to school, I have to get good grades, and I have to get this great job, and my life would be set. And, although I did well in school and sports and I excelled, I was always told that I can do better. And, it always led me to think that I was never really good enough. So I made decisions in my life that would basically impress my family, but never really for myself. So I was very dependent and I was never really taught to be independent. So I went to school and I obtained my degree. I was actually the first to get a degree in my family, but I was never sure as to what I wanted to do in life. It wasn't until life after college that I really had that reality check, and I was on my own for the first time in my life, and I actually had responsibilities. So I went through many obstacles. My family was like, you're on your own. We're not going to support you. And I didn't really have that connection with them for the time that I was on my own. So I really got a taste of the real world. I wasn't able to find a job in my field, which was very rough. I went on several interviews and I was either told that I was not experienced or I wasn't qualified enough. And it really made me question if, going to school and getting those grades was actually worth it, and if going that normal route was really meant for me. So later on, I ended up landing a job in housekeeping, and it was actually something that just paid the bills, but it helped me get by. And at times, I was ridiculed because of my line of work, and I was told by people that I just settled, and why did I go to school? And I was kind of tired of living in mediocrity and letting others control my future. So that's when I decided at that point in time that I had to take matters into my own hands. With the help of faith and being surrounded by such great people, I decided that I had to go into business for myself because I wanted more out of life.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And I know what it feels like to have like a strict cultural strict parents, I guess. Because I remember coming to school one time, I told my dad, "Hey, Dad, I got a 90 on my math test," and he's like, "Why didn't you get 100?" It's like, it's like like a stab in the heart. So I know what it feels like sometimes. So thanks for sharing that. And what would be your favorite self-confidence quote?
Well, my favorite quote, it's actually by Marissa Mayer. She's actually the CEO of Yahoo. And what she said, it really impacted me in so many ways. She said that I always did something I was a little not ready to do. And I think that's how you grow. When there's that moment of, wow, I'm not really sure if I can do this, and you push through those moments, that's when you have your breakthrough. There were many moments in my life where I was afraid or if I would fail or if I could do something, but I always knew if I lived in fear, I would never get out of my situation. So every time I heard that quote by her, it always gave me that belief in myself, that boost of confidence that, it doesn't matter where I'm at currently, it's where I'm going.
Awesome. And I love that quote that you shared because it's true. Anything we start in life, we're never going to be ready, right? If you're always getting ready to get ready, good luck. I've been there and it just stalled like another 2 years of my life. So if anyone's trying to start something, just start, just do it. Trust me. You'll fall into some mistakes, but you'll get back up and do it again. So thanks for sharing that.
Thank you.
What would be, in your own words, your definition of self-confidence?
In my own words, well, self-confidence means a couple things to me. It's actually trusting and having faith that you can achieve anything that you want in life. It's actually knowing that you have the ability to overcome any obstacles. And I believe going through those obstacles, it's testing you just to see how strong you are. And through that process that you're going through, you're going to be building that self-confidence because you're going to be testing yourself and testing your ability to see if you can get through those obstacles. And self-confidence is being comfortable in who you are and what you will become. Just because someone is in a better situation than you are and you might not be where you want to be in life, it's having that tunnel vision and realizing that, you know what, this is where I may be here, but this is where I'm going. And it's looking in the mirror at the end of the day and telling yourself that I am fearless, I am confident, and I'm a winner. If you tell yourself that every day in the mirror, you're going to feel like a new person. You're going to have that boost of confidence. You're going to feel like you can do anything. It's always saying your affirmations. It's always believing yourself and trusting that you're going to go through. Just have that faith and just go forward with it. That's my definition of self-confidence.
I love that, and thanks for sharing that, because, affirmations do work, but you got to say it like you believe it, right? You gotta believe it before you see it. And, it's hard to believe that you said you're 23, because I just feel like you have so much more wisdom than most 23-year-olds.
Thank you. I've been told that a lot.
It's just like, wow, I can't believe she's only 23. I mean, and you still have so much more potential to grow, you know what I mean? So,
thank you.
I'm really thankful that you're here today. And so what was your life like before, discovering your own self-confidence?
Wow, I wasn't very confident in anything that I did. After stepping away from fear and actually changing my mindset, I had a major turnaround in my life. I realized that I'm not a product of my environment. And just because I wasn't successful in certain areas of my life, that wasn't the end of the road for me. I had to speak things into light. And, of course, like how I said earlier, saying my affirmations in the mirror every morning and being passionate about myself, it increased my confidence little by little. I was no longer the shy little girl who let everyone's words dictate her life, but a confident young woman who was growing as a woman and most of all, businesswoman. Especially being in business and a young woman in business, you really have to have that confidence because you're going to go through so many things in life. And I'm glad I kind of got rid of that early on and not later on. But I can't just say it was all myself. I had a lot of great people in my life who actually helped me build my confidence. My significant other, he really helped me a lot as far as growing as an individual, and my mentor really showing me that, there are better things and I do have greatness inside of me. So I really do want to thank them because they have actually given me that vision, made me into this new person, and it feels great.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. It's really important to have good people around you, especially if you don't have any belief in yourself. You kind of need someone to lift you up until you can start believing in yourself.
Yes.
So it's great that you have a significant other that can do that for you, because I know there's some women out there who might not have the same support that you might have, but it doesn't mean that you're alone. This is why the podcast is here, right? If you're having a bad day, if, you feel down, then you have episodes of real women sharing stories and going through what you've been through. So thanks for sharing that, Anna.
Thank you.
And, with all those realizations and, you were able to start believing in yourself, you had great mentors, you had great advisors, and you just went out and, just did your thing. What's your life like now?
My life it's great. I'm still growing. Everything is not perfect, but it's great. I love to see my growth. Really, as I sat down and I was going over this interview, I kind of took a little step back and looked at how much I've grown, because sometimes I never really gave myself the credit, but I really sat down and I've had so many accomplishments since then. I was very shy. I went from being a very shy, lack of confidence. I didn't have any confidence in myself, to being able to speak in front of hundreds of people, and sharing my story and where I was before and where I am now, being on my own, being successful in business, growing into a successful businesswoman. And it's just awesome because I'm helping my family, I'm serving others, and it's great to have other people come to me and tell me or send me messages and just saying how inspired they are by me. And never in my life would I ever have thought that, hey, I am going to inspire others, or would I ever think that I'm going to help change my family's lives or be able to speak in front of hundreds of people. It's an amazing feeling, and I know that this is just the beginning for me. I know that there's so much more to come, and I'm so excited.
Awesome. I'm so happy for you. I mean, you've accomplished so much already at such a young age. I mean, at 23, most kids are still probably partying every Saturday night. I mean, that's what I did at 23. And, just to see someone like you just go out there and just go after what you want, it really is inspiring, because it just shows that age has nothing to do with getting your goals and going after your dreams. You can be, 23 or 83, you can still go out there and get it done. So Anna, to the woman who's listening to your episode, she's inspired by your story. She wants to go out on her own and do her own thing, and she's still probably, going through some self-confidence issues of her own. What would be that one tip you would give to her?
Never give up on yourself. Like I said earlier, you may not be in the best situation, but don't ever let that bring you down, or don't ever have that mindset that you're not going to get out of it. I would say one thing too, always work on personal growth. Stick with the right people, read books. Books are something that will actually really change your mindset about yourself, and you'll grow and you'll learn a lot of things to yourself just through reading books. So just never give up. Just keep going. Always see that light at the end of the road, and just because someone's telling you that you can't do this or you're not going to do this, just go through it and let those words, let them, really just push you to be a better you.
Thank you. I always believe actions speak louder than words. So for anyone who tells you can't do something, just go do it, and they'll shut up.
Exactly. So
simple
true.
As that. just get
true.
It done, and they'll stop talking about it.
It's very, very true.
So thank you for those tips. And Anna, if our listeners want to get to know a little bit more about you, want to know about your coaching services, and probably just wanted to get to know a little bit more about what you do, is there any websites or any social media profiles we can connect with?
Well, we do have a website. It's called livingmoneysmart.com. You can get anything from knowing more about who we are as a brand and how we help others and what we do in our community as well. If you really just want to be my friend, you can send me a message on Facebook. My name is Anna Rivera, and that's basically it. Yeah, check out our website at www.livingmoneysmart.com.
Awesome. So to the listeners out there, if you want to get to know Anna a little more by sending her a message through Facebook or checking out her website, just head on over to thetaoofselfconfidence.com and search for Anna's name. Her show notes will pop up along with everything else we talked about. And I just really want to thank Anna for taking the time to sharing her journey, sharing her story with us. I'm really happy that, the things you've accomplished already at such a young age. I know I keep on repeating it, but it's just such an amazement, and just goes to show that anyone can do this, right? Age has nothing to do with it. It's just, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? So thank you for sharing your journey with us. And, you're more than welcome to come back, to share more stuff when it comes to self-confidence.
Thank you. And thank you for, once again, having me on this call. I really do appreciate it. It's great. I love what you're doing. I love how you're empowering women, not just in your area, but all around the world. And I really do admire that. I love what you're doing.
Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. And to the listeners out there, be on the lookout for another amazing woman's journey to self-confidence. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us on the Tao of Self-Confidence. Visit thetaoofselfconfidence.com for links to everything we chatted about today, as well as killer resources, gifts, and so much more. Start your inner journey to self-confidence today.